Good morning. Today, with ringing our peace bowl, we affirm our collective hope for peace. We acknowledge that these lands that we love are the ancestral lands of the Yavapai people, the Wipakapis, the Quevcapayas, and the Yavapai. Now let's listen to some gathering music and sing Come Come Wherever You Are.
Hello everybody, Meg Bohrman here with a rendition of Rumi's poem, Come Come Whoever You Are. It's in your hymnal, but this is a different melody. And I chose this song because it reminds me that no matter who we are always welcome over and over. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of living, and come, come, whoever you are. This is no caravan of despair, and it doesn't matter if you've broken your vows 1,000 times before, and yet again, come again, come, yet again, come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of living, and come, come, whoever you are. This is no caravan of despair, and it doesn't matter if you've broken your vows 1,000 times before, and yet again, come again, come, yet again, come, and yet again, come again, come, yet again, come.
Good morning and welcome, everyone. So nice to see you gather here today in Prescott, Arizona at Granite Peak Universalist Congregation. I am Rhea Batterman, your worship associate. We extend a warm welcome to all and hope you are very pleasantly stuffed after your Thanksgiving celebration. Also, we hope you're staying healthy during these trying times. So please get vaccinated and get boosted because the counts are going way up again. This is the mission statement of our congregation. We are a compassionate community that celebrates diversity, nurtures the personal and spiritual growth of all ages, shares our gifts, promotes justice for all, and serves the world we live in. If this is your first time joining us today, just do a little wave. We'll wave back. And if you want more information about our community, it could be found on the website prescottuu.org. It could be found in our weekly peaks, our Zooms, YouTube, and if you hang out after the service, you could talk to new neighbors and congregants in the breakout rooms. And now for a few announcements. We are an active community, and let me tell you about a few things that are going to go on in the near future. There's a bunch of them, but I'll just mention a few. There's a wonderful film called Joy Finding Happiness in Troubled Times, and there are two showings, I believe it's Tuesday, November 30th at Granite Peak. And one is 4 to 5:30, and the other one is 6:30 to 8. Masks are required, and the suggested donation is $5. And this is a joint effort by Prescott Peace Builders and Granite Peak. And please see the today's order of service for additional information. And the second thing that will be going on shortly, which will be December 12th, is our link, which is the Latino Immigrant Neighborhood Coalition annual celebration. And that is going to be held COVID style as it was last year, which is outside in the parking lot, and people come by invitation, drive around, and receive their gifts. We're still looking for volunteers if you haven't already done that. If you're interested in joining the fun, you could be an elf or a traffic director or many things, or just help out and say hello to our neighborhood. And once again, you could look at the order of service for more information regarding this. And the third thing I'll mention is there is an item that was left over, well, not left over, but there are some spaces available from the service auction. My good friend Udell Stuckey is hosting a New Year's Day a brunch celebration at 11:30, and there's room for more guests, and she's hoping to get some more people, so we'll have a bigger crowd to celebrate the incoming new year. And the Children's Faith Development is back in person. They're having a Hanukkah lesson right now as we speak. We begin our service in the Unitarian Universalist tradition of lighting the chalice. This chalice reading is by Reverend Scott Taylor. May this flame cast its light outward in the coming days, reminding us that the future is not simply a place we are going, but a place we are creating. The path of new possibilities will not be found but made. A new world is waiting to be built. Let's see, I always mess this up, but let's see. What happened? We light this chalice as a symbol of our heritage and gratitude for this beloved community. And now let's listen to the Granite Peak Singers singing All God's Critters Have a Place in the World.
All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire, and some just clap their hands for dogs or anything they got now. Listen to the bass, it's the one from the bottom where the gold drum goes in the hay pole bottom. Listen, rolling drums to the beat, to the old cow just goes low. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire, and some just clap their hands for dogs or anything they got now. The dogs and the cats, they take up the middle, while the honeybee hums and the crickets fiddle, the donkey brays and the pony neighs, the old coyote howls. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, some sing out loud on the telephone wire, some just clap their hands for dogs or anything they got now. Listen to the top where the little bird sings the melody with a high voice ringing out. The owl hollers over everything, and the jaybird disagrees. All God's critters got a place in the choir.
So I'd like to say a few words of gathering. And these are by Jeff May. And I found this online called, I don't know, I forgot what it was called, but anyhow, I found it online called Gathering Our Own Spaces. So it's come together, not into a common space, sharing a physical closeness, for we are precluded by a wise choice, but come, gather into this common time and common space. We need to be together. We yearn for connection. We hunger for the familiar faces of friends and the sound, shared voices, proclaiming who we are, where we are going that resonates with our hopes and dreams and values. Come gather. We are here in this space, made of all spaces, and we share our becoming in this moment. This is our covenant. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. Its quest for truth, its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve others in community. Thus do we covenant together. Now I'd like to mention a few joys and concerns. Jack Stanton is recovering well from his surgery, and he should be coming home very soon. And unfortunately, Judy Davis has tested positive for COVID and she's in quarantine right now, but she is able to receive calls. And Karen Anderson is continuing to recover well from a procedure that she had in mid-November. So please, let's hold all these people and others in your hearts and minds for a few moments. And now we could sing Walking, Walking with You with our dear Lena and Russ. Hello again. As we prepare to take the offering this morning, let us embrace the feeling of connection and community that we have when we gather. Let us remember this congregation and its programs are supported by your generosity. November seeds of support will go to the Salvation Army warm-up cold weather shelter, which was previously Operation Deep Freeze. The shelter was opened on November 1st and will run for 5 months. To give during these distant times, please go to prescottuu.org and on the bottom of the left hand, click the word donate to contribute. The link is also available in the chat today. What is given in love is received in gratitude. Blessed be.
My toes are all painted with purple and gold. They want to go wander all over the world. They long to go dancing till they wear out their shoes. For dancing's a sure way to keep out the blues. On a crisp mountain evening as I combed my hair, I looked in the mirror but nothing was there. If looking will show you what you long to see, come gaze in my eyes, show it to me. At the seashore, I'll build you a castle of sand, and what's more, at the seashore, we'll lie on the beach, close our eyes and explore. Well, two lonely people, they went for a ride west towards the sea and the turn of the tide. Their car, it grew wings and they took to the sky. Perhaps we will meet them again by and by. I can see the whole world in one grain of sand, like one lonely chord can strike up the band. And the wind blows so high, but I can't understand how it blows my mind and all I had planned. At the seashore, I'll build you a castle of sand, and what's more, at the seashore, we'll roll in the waves, close our eyes and explore. This morning I wrote in the sand of our love, I swore to be true as the stars shine above. Well, the tide, it came in and it wiped the slate clean, but I'll never forget you, you know what I mean. At the seashore, I'll build you a castle of sand, and what's more, at the seashore, we'll lie side by side, close our eyes and explore. At the seashore, I'll build you a castle of sand. What's more, at the seashore, we'll finally be free. Close our eyes and explore.
Doesn't that look wonderful? Seashore. Today's reading is from a blog that I found called Live Life Happy. It's an unknown author, but I really loved it. Make every day count. Appreciate every moment and take from these moments everything that you possibly can, for you may never be able to experience it again. Talk to people that you have never talked to before and actually listen. Let yourself fall into love. Break free. Set your sights high and hold your head up, because everyone has the right to. Tell yourself you're a great individual and you believe in yourself. For if you don't believe in yourself, it will be hard for others to believe in you. You can make your life anything you wish. create your own life, and then go out and live it with absolutely no regrets. Now, let us celebrate listening to Kool and the Gang singing Celebration. That ought to lift our spirits. Okay, so now before I introduce Meg Bohrman, a lot of you may know her from around town and who've been here a while. She is a wonderful musician, a music teacher, and a music therapist. And I know about music therapy because my granddaughter does that, and that's amazing work, what music does to people. So, anyhow, Meg is traveling, so she has taped her message. She's sorry she cannot be here in person, but you'll feel her spirit for sure when you hear her. So, without further ado, let us listen to Meg Bohrman.
Hello, everybody. My name is Meg Bohrman. I have been a friend of and befriended by the Granite Peak Unitarian Universalist congregation here in Prescott for many, many years now, and I'm grateful for you. Thank you for asking me to talk today about celebrations, a subject that is very close to my heart. Yesterday was Thanksgiving, a day where we come together with our friends, with our families, with our neighbors, to celebrate the abundance of life, to join together in connection and share the gifts we've been given, and celebrate. And now we're moving into December, deeper into the holiday season, the holy day season. There are many people on missions in this world. I am one of them. And I have a mission to put the holy back into holidays. That's right, the holy days. Because these are holy days. This is a time when we move deeper into the darkness. The days are shorter. The nights are longer. The cold comes. Naturally, many animals move into hibernation, and so do we, as animals ourselves. We start to move inward. And whenever we turn our sight inward, I consider it a sacred time, a holy time, a time to listen more deeply to ourselves and the still small voices that speak. But when we are so active and moving around, we don't always hear them. During the holy days, it is a time for deeper listening to ourselves and to each other. This is a time now, as the days become shorter, the nights longer, and darkness closes in, that we create the light, that we ourselves create the light to shine in that darkness. That's one of the reasons we move inside, because inside of each of us, there is a light that is shining so brightly. And we know that when we gather together with people we love and we celebrate, we create more light. And the light inside of me sparks the light inside of you. And the light inside of you brightens the light inside of me. And there are times when I don't feel my own light, when it's not shining so brightly. And that is when your light matters even more. This is in big part what we do to celebrate, why we celebrate, why we come together and sing songs and dance and feast and sit by the Yule log all solstice long. Because in the dark times, it is up to us to bring the light. And remember that together we are stronger and brighter than we are alone. I am a music therapist, which means not only do I play music and sing and write songs and perform, but I also use my music intentionally to find healing. Healing in myself, healing in others and my clients, healing anywhere in the world. Because healing actually means wholeness. In great part, what I do in life is concerned with brokenness and wholeness. And we make each other whole. As human beings, we make each other whole. We all are unique, completely different, vibrant, necessary, unique expressions of the divine. I can't do it all. You can't do it all. I can't always be strong. They can't always be shining. That gift is different than this gift. And that's beautiful, and as it should be. However, we need each other to feel whole. And in this time of life when so much is segregated, so much is separate, so much is fragmented and pulled in different directions, I find it more and more necessary to come together and commune and feel the wholeness of the human spirit. For example, I have been a doula helping babies come into this world, helping mothers and fathers through the journey of transformation into parenthood. I've been doing that for 25 years. It's a celebration. I have also been helping work with hospice, end of life times, for people who are dying, as we all do, working with them as they face their fears around death and the unknown, working with families as they are overwhelmed by the grief of the loss of the people they love so much. Although it doesn't feel like a celebration, the communion and the coming together at those times create wholeness and strength. So when somebody falls apart in grief, of which we must, the rest of us are there to pick them up when the time is right. We also have transformations in between birth and death, marriage, graduations, rites of passage. So much now is around healing addictions and soul loss and mental illness. Those are all life's thresholds of healing. And every one of them needs connection, which is really what I call celebration. We don't always know we're celebrating, and I believe we do feel the communion. Last month, when you all had your service at Willow Lake, I was also at Willow Lake, bringing music and helping to bring connection to a memorial service of a young man whose mother was determined and did so well and so gracefully and so authentically raw. She was determined to have a celebration of life for her son that included music and included dancing and included the tears and included the laughter and included some of the hard things that we don't like to talk about, and was very, very connected. As soon as that memorial was over, my heart was so full of grief and joy and laughter and tears. I went immediately to the hospital in Prescott Valley and helped a couple that I'm their doula, help them bring their baby into the world. The day beginning with memorial of death and life that has passed, and ending with a brand new life coming into the world, filled with celebration. And it seemed to me on that very full day that the celebration of life and the celebration of death are not that different. What matters most is the connection and the communion and the bringing of life, of light to life. So music is a big part of our celebrations and a big part of what weaves us together. Because music reaches deep within us and moves very, very far and wide into the world. Without seeing anything, without feeling anything, we are connected through song, through dance, through the physical vibration that moves through the air and moves through the air. So, I talked about the dark times and the light that is shining within me, within my inner sanctum, and the light that is shining within you, and how your light sparks mine and my light sparks yours. And we have darkness, not just now. Yes, it is the dark time of year, which is why we call it the holidays, the holy days. And I don't believe there is one of us here that is unfamiliar with the dark night of the soul. Right now, on earth, our experience is very unknown. There are many things that are coming to an end, and many things that are fleeting and leaving. Mass extinctions, very unstable climates, racism, misogyny, and oppression that is rising up all over. Fascism trying to hold down and cover up the light of the heart, the light of the soul, the light of connection. And so it is more important than ever that we find the time to celebrate together, that we create those magic moments of connection, or what I like to call spontaneous community. Because any time we are together, we can create that. We just need to change a moment from closed to open. We just need to let our light shine and spark each other. So, a little help doing that right now? I can't help myself. I've got to sing. And this is a wonderful civil rights song, I'm sure you all know. An old gospel tune. This Little Light of Mine, one of my most favorite solstice songs about the time of the sun being reborn. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Now I know it's harder now to come together because COVID is still here with us, and there's a lot to think about what we don't want to share. We don't want to share our germs, and yet we do want to share our light. So we must be more creative than ever. And right now, as I'm singing, I hope that you will imagine and feel into the collective of all of us. And imagine you are singing right to your friends, your neighbors, the people you would like to be sitting next to during this service. And just think of them and open your heart and open your voice and sing this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Now this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I won't let no one blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Now I won't let no one it out. I'm gonna let it shine. I won't let no one it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Even in the darkest night, I'm gonna let it shine. No, even in the darkest night, I'm gonna let it shine. Even in the darkest night, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Now this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. No, this little light of mine, yeah, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Yeah. So that song reminds us that so much of celebration is about my light and your light, and the unity we feel when we are connected. That's why I chose All God's Critters Got a Place in the Choir for one of the songs today. A beautiful rendition by the choir singing it. Because we are not meant to be alone on this earth. We're not supposed to do it all. We're not supposed to know it all. We're not supposed to have it all covered. We don't do it alone. There are 7 billion of us. And so somehow, through this darkness and these difficult times of challenge and transformation and unknown, through this time of COVID and disease and possible disconnection, we must use our creativity and our imagination to find new ways to celebrate together. It's not just fun. It's necessary for our survival and for our evolution. So, I guess one thing I wanted to talk about also was what I call mandala songs. Mandalas, of course, are visual art representations that are often round, that have around them, if they are square, every corner has a certain picture, that everything in the art piece points to the center. Everything in a mandala swirls around and takes our eye, our consciousness, our thoughts and our presence into the center to hold tight. There's an old poem, 100 years old, by Yeats, William Butler, that says, "The center cannot hold, things fall apart." And if you read that poem in full, I think it's called The Second Coming, it really somehow feels like a premonition of the time we are living through. The center cannot hold, things fall apart. Now, it often feels like that to me lately, both inside of me falling apart and watching the world around me do the same. A mandala does the opposite. A mandala holds the center and reinforces the center. And so many of my beautiful artistic friends have been drawing mandalas like crazy for the past couple of years. It's all they can do, spiraling in and in and in. And I realize that in my life, I have been writing song after song that are mandala songs that also follow the same pattern of bringing us to the center, bringing our consciousness and our energy into unity with ourselves and each other. Because at the center, we find peace. At the center, our light is burning. We just forget. We don't visit it quite as often as maybe we could. A mandala song. So what I would like to do is sing you one of my brand new songs. It was just born last week. And it's a celebration song that hopefully you'll find soothing. And hopefully you'll find will help you in holding the center. But also, you can feel the celebration in it. Because there's so much that's fleeting. And there's so much that's being flung around to the far reaches. And it's up to us to celebrate and to find the unity. So you have a part in this song, just like most of the songs I sing. Singing along is, I think, my most favorite thing in the entire world. And your words go like this. Dum-dum-dum. Try that again. Dee-dee-dee-dum-dum-dum. And the second time like this. Dee-dee-dee-doo. Your turn. Dee-dee-dee-doo. First time, dee-dee-dee-dum-dum-dum. Second time, dee-dee-dee-doo. Here we go. Hip, hip, hooray, the sun is shining today. Give thanks and sing a new song. Oh, I know there's so much to let go. Oh, so much that's already gone. Look out your door, there's a never-ending war. People with hearts and minds are raging. Oh, I know there's so much to let go. Still so much that's worth saving. No, no. Dee-dee-dee-dum-dum-dum. And we look such a sight, hanging on with all our might, do what we think we thought that we once knew. Caterpillar, butterfly, we all were born to die, and die, and die, and die, and live anew. Ha-cha! Dee-dee-dee-dum-dum-dum. Doo-doo. Dee-dee-dee-doo. Doo-doo. Dee-dee-dee-dum-dum-dum. Doo-doo. Dee-dee-dee-doo. Doo-doo. My friends, Thank you for listening to me today about celebrations. Thank you for celebrating with me by singing songs. Thank you for finding the center, the light, the soul that we all share, the light that sparks each other from within. Thank you for letting yours shine and bringing the unity and the strength that we must have during this time. And so, remember that right now, as we are flung to the far edges of extremes, in the world behind the world, there are no separations. Remember, it is the center, and we can choose it. It is the medicine for our fragmented and wounded world. Let your light shine and put the holy back in holidays. Thank you. Happy holy days.
For anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Heather Knowles, and I'm happy to share one of my songs about celebration with you today. I'm alive and I'm wide awake. I'm alive and I'm wide awake. I'm alive and I'm wide awake. And I'm free. Yesterday is dead and gone. Gratefully I greet the dawn. Give the past and just move on. And I see I'm alive and I'm wide awake. I'm alive and I'm wide awake. I'm alive and I'm wide awake and I'm free. Before we fly, we have to fall. Face the fear and heed the call. All are one and one is all in me. I'm alive and I'm wide awake. I'm alive and I'm wide awake. I'm alive and I'm wide awake and I'm free. I will never need to fear. Life is full and God is here. Keep the faith that God is near. The seas. I'm alive and I'm wide awake. I'm alive and I'm wide awake. I'm alive and I'm wide awake and I'm free. I'm alive and I'm wide awake. I'm alive and I'm wide awake. I'm alive and I'm wide awake and I'm free.
Wow, wasn't that great? Very inspiring. Thank you. Thank you, Meg, and thank you, Heather. And wow. So now is the time that we extinguish the chalice. We extinguish the flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. So this is the end of our service. I want to thank everybody for participating today. And I'd like to wish everybody happy Hanukkah, to all my Jewish friends, to everybody else who celebrates. And may the lights on your menorah shine with love, health, and peace. Love to all. Now hang in there, and if you like, you could join the breakout rooms and chat with some of our congregants, friends, neighbors. So goodbye and be well.